Welcome to Metal Sales Manufacturing Corporation's vertical seam installation video. The information contained in this video will show you how to safely handle the material and the proper way to install a vertical seam metal roof. You'll also see some tips and tricks to make your installation easier. While the information presented in this video will help you complete a successful installation, it is not a substitute for reading the vertical seam installation guide. There is additional information in the guide that you should be aware of before attempting to install a vertical seam metal roof. Upon delivery, it's the installer's responsibility to provide suitable equipment to properly unload the truck. If possible, the bundles should remain crated until located in its place of storage. If a bundle must be opened, we recommend recrating the material before moving. Bundles should be lifted at their center of gravity to prevent damage. Be aware that improper loading and unloading of bundles and crates may result in bodily harm and/or material damage. Metal Sales is not responsible for bodily injuries and/or material damage resulting from improper loading and unloading. A forklift may be used for panels up to 20 feet long. Please make sure the forks are at their maximum separation. Do not transport open bundles. If you must transport bundles across rough terrain or a long distance, some means of supporting the panel load must be used. A crane should be used when lifting panels that are longer than 20 feet. A spreader bar should be used to ensure even distribution of the weight to the pickup points. We recommend that no more than 1/3 of the length of the panel should be left unsupported. Wire rope will damage the panels and should never be used. After unloading, inspect the panels for moisture accumulation. If moisture has formed, the panel should be unbundled, wiped dry, and allowed to dry completely. Once dry, carefully restack the panels and loosely cover to allow for ample air circulation. Bundled sheets should be stored high enough off the ground to allow for air circulation and to prevent contact with accumulating water. If possible, elevate one end of the bundle to allow for moisture runoff. Metal Sales recommends using a loose-fitting tarpaulin to cover the material. While tight-fitting plastic-type tarp may protect from heavy downpours, they can also trap heat and moisture that may accelerate metal corrosion. Metal Sales recommends that bundles be stored inside during bad weather. Extended storage of bundles is not recommended. Under no circumstances should the panels be stored near or come in contact with salt water, corrosive chemicals, ash, or fumes generated or released inside the building or nearby plants, boundaries, plating works, kilns, fertilizers, and wet or green lumber. When handling painted steel, care should be used to prevent scratching. Clean gloves should be worn at all times to prevent a reaction with salts found on bare skin. Installers should wear rubber-sole shoes to keep from damaging the material while walking on the roof. Panels should be handled carefully to avoid bending or damaging. The vertical seam panel should be grasped by the edge and carried vertically to the ground. Panels should never be carried horizontal to the ground, as this could cause the panel to buckle or bend in the center. Normally, individual panels can be handled by people spaced 6 to 8 feet along the length of the panel. Please refer to the Vertical Seam Installation Guide for information regarding proper roof storage and foot traffic for the vertical seam roof. When installing a vertical seam roof, remember, we recommend using a depth locating nose or adjustable clutch on the screw gun to prevent over-drilling and strip out. Never use impact tools or runners. And when you set the washer, be sure to apply sufficient torque to seat the washer and do not overdrive the fastener.